Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of DeLorean Tech, and today we are going to show you what Mr. Skip Vaughn has done with his garage today. So, as you know, Skip Vaughn is a DeLorean owner, and one of the things that DeLorean owners would love to have is a lift in their garage. Well, this is just a standard garage, raised ceilings, and a lot of modifications were done to make this happen, but as you can see, it does work, and we're going to kind of walk you through how it does work and the modifications that were made to the garage, to the structural supports. So without further ado, let's get started. And there it is. And here we are today with Mr. Skip Vaughn, who has done what only every DeLorean owner would want to do with their garage, right?
That's what they say.
So you have installed a lift here, and you have made it fit. This is just a standard garage too, but you don't have any living space on top, so that made it feasible. So what drove you to do this?
I just wanted to put all three cars in the garage, and I'll be putting the truck on the other side. That's where the Cadillac used to go, and the truck will fit over there. I've had it in there.
So this is a three-car garage, but you actually have a workshop over here. This is your DeLorean workshop.
I added this garage. It was a two-car garage only when I purchased the house.
Okay.
Then I added this garage. So I then opened it all up so I have room to go through.
Nice. You got your DMC stuff going on over there. We'll take a look at that. All right, so here's the inside of the garage. You've got your DeLorean up here. It's pretty clear that you've done a lot of modifications in here. Show us what you did to get this garage door to open so you don't hit the front of your car here.
We had to raise the garage door 11 inches right to this new beam we made, as you'll hear about later, to support. This was a truss garage, and to eliminate the trusses, we had to make new beams. But then to get the garage door high enough to clear the top of the car, we had to cut. There was, as you can see, a spot right there. It was cut. It went straight across to this board right above our heads. But now yesterday we put in the rebracing, so it's still sturdy. But I'll put the door up now, and you'll see where it had, how come it had to go up so high. Right over here, see it's going up above that height. See how high above the? It's higher than that place above our heads. And then it comes up and goes straight above the hood of the car by going this close. See, they raised the whole thing up, just clears that beam. And there's about 2 inches above the hood of the car.
Wow, you really got that thing in there.
It's about 2 inches clearance up there. And that way the garage door would open, and I can bring the car up high enough to put the other car underneath.
Now you got it to work.
And then we had to reinforce the whole roof structure just to be able to take out the other side of the trusses, because trusses are really a problem to take out because the whole roof will fall down.
Right.
So fortunately, one of our DeLorean people is a structural engineer, and he said, well, we just do it this way, and he told us exactly how to do it. What we had to build, one above on your left, to carry the weight, that is one of the existing trusses that we had to reinforce with 1/2-inch plywood, 2x6s, and bolts on 6-inch centers all the way around both sides, just to make it strong enough to carry the end of that beam. That's a 4x10-inch beam.
Yeah, this
land
one right
beam.
here. Yeah.
To carry it, set in a Simpson pocket, and it goes all the way across and goes into the attic and rests on the wall. And there's a 4x4 underneath the double stud there that carries the weight. And then we strapped all the existing trusses to the new beam,
yeah, I see that.
so the roof will stay up, which is kind of important.
Yeah. So now Skip is going to demonstrate.
We'll bring the car out.
Yeah.
As you can see, we had to have a minimum of 5 feet clear here to clear the car. And that's why we had to go as high as we did on the lift. And we can't go any higher, obviously, because of the door.
You could really do a lot in here. There's a lot of room to work now. All right, Skip, so you've got your lift here. How do you control, or at least how do you make sure that you don't accidentally lift it so high that you end up hitting the car against maybe the garage door?
At this point in time, there isn't any. I've just got completed basically the garage door, and I will figure out some way by talking to the lift people, it'll stop. That's why these red tapes are here. That's the bottom of this, and it gives me 2.5 inches clear on the side of the car up near, as you'll see later when we go inside, where the angle of the roof, I couldn't change that. So if I go this high, we're plenty high to walk under the car and do any kind of service work you want. I'm not that tall, fortunately, but you can see you can reach right up. There's plenty of room to the car to work on fans or to change the oil or hoses or whatever you need to do. It's plenty high for that. Plus, I can change the oil in my Cadillac, my truck, anything you want.
So with the garage door closed, could you actually lift it up a little higher? And what's the max? You can't?
No.
Okay.
Because the roof on the side of the in the garage, if you go inside the garage, the angle right up in there.
Oh, so you're talking about like right up in there?
Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah, I see it.
See there.
Yeah, you're really close. Okay, yeah. So, but this works.
That's as high as you can go.
As high as you can go.
Down, we've released this is a release that has door that locks it from falling. And then we push the retract, and down it comes. This is a electric hydraulic cable lift. The hydraulic ram that pushes the cables that makes it go up and down. So it's almost a two-handed situation.
So you're holding down on this.
Holding down on this is the release.
And then you're holding
and this is the one that releases the hydraulic pressure. As you can see, the fluid in this is coming up. It'll be clear up to max when it's all the way down.
Very cool.
So now it's all the way on the ground. And you can see how the top has been modified. We had to take all those trusses out and put up the new beam to carry the weight of the rest of the studs that are trusses that are holding it up. So it took some engineering to do that. And that's when we had to put in that, take the truss. I'll put the door down a little bit. But you can see that truss we had to reinforce up there. That was an existing truss. It does make it, the car when it's up, there's about 2 inches, 2.5 inches from the top of the car to the rafters up there.
All right, so you got your DeLorean dealer sign. This looks like a DeLorean Motor Center vintage poster.
That's a sign. That is an actual picture of Don Steger's shop in Garden Grove for over 30 years. That was a picture outside his front door.
Oh.
So I got that. I had the lift totally covered with plywood and other stuff so we could walk on it and work on up the top and use it as a platform to work on. So we've just been positioning how to, where to put the car, what I can get behind the car, and just, like I say, this is just relatively new. So I will get in and move the car out. But I do have to close the door to get it out. It's hard for me because before I didn't have to.
Right here.
No, it'll clear the door. It won't clear the lift.
Ah. Right. Pretty close. So the lift just connects to your 110 volt AC in the garage, and that's it. And really anybody can do this, right? I mean, this is, you know, about how long did it take you to install like the whole thing? Would you say how many labor hours?
Well, there'll be some pictures attached of the people that installed it. I bought it from, installed it. They actually used a crane and brought it through the existing garage door, because this particular ramp on this side has a big hydraulic ram that moves all the cables, and it's too heavy to lift. So they actually brought their crane truck in and reached through the door, and once they built, they used the uprights, and then they could set this ramp, which is not movable basically, and bolt it together. Then they put all the cables up and everything. But
So it took a whole day just to put the lift in.
yes. Then I had to decide exactly where in the garage I wanted it. Then they'll be coming back and moving this. There's another location they can bring it around and put it over here. That way I can bring my truck in.
Yeah.
And then also they're going to anchor it. They'll level all the posts and anchor them to the floor.
We are backing it in. So we are going to lift the car back up. So usually keep the car backed in as opposed to nose in. Right there. So this is a torsion bar garage door opener. So we've got the motor and everything's over here on the side, so you don't have to worry about having a center motor or anything in the way. All right, Skip. Hey, thanks for demonstrating the lift here. I think it's a really awesome addition, and it's probably something that, you know, if you had a garage like this with the sort of the open ceiling above it, you could totally do this. I can see where this is really going to help out, and maybe we can have a tech day or something here.
We'll have
pretty
to do
soon.
that. We'll have to do that. Oil change day. Everybody
Oil
can
change
bring
day.
the
There you
oil.
go. There you
Change
go.
their oil.
All right, Skip. Hey, thanks a lot. Really
You're
appreciate it,
welcome.
man. All right, buddy. That's the video. Thanks for watching. when are you gonna have an episode or tech day? When do you have a tech day over here?
We need to have
Chrissy, yeah.
the new lift. Bring your oil and your filter.
That's good. I need to do mine actually pretty soon, so that's pretty good. That's the reason why I'm doing this. So that crap right there.
Bridge is gonna be gone back to Vermont or something. I guess I'm gonna have to either call Chris Miles or have you come over and we
You gotta do that, yeah. Once that comes in, we'll just do it.